Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and we are back playing Shantae Half-Genie Hero. Yeah, so it's been quite some time since I've touched this game, but recently from what I heard, the last DLC just came out for this game, I guess titled the Costume Pack DLC. I mean, there's no specific name or anything for it, but essentially, with the Costume Pack, we actually have additional games to play. We have the Officer Mode, Beach Mode, and a Ninja Mode. And I just recently finished up all three, trying to do a 100% speed run through all the games, which it's kind of challenging at some bits. You know, trying to do 100% and try to be fast at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, but overall though, it wasn't too bad of a time for me to do that. But anyway, what I'm planning to do is kind of show off all three games, which it's not gonna really take too long, honestly. I say each of these game modes are actually shorter than the other ones. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably start off with Officer Mode, and obviously it's supposed to be paying homage to the other game by Wade Forward, Mighty Switch Force. I never played it, but a lot of the mechanics from that game are in this one, so if you want a good crossover, then this would be the best bet. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a new one. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, and by the way, each game mode does have their individual story. I mean, granted, it's still the same Half-Genie Hero game, more or less, just with a slightly altered story. Alert, alert. Oh, it's an urgent message from the Galactic Penal Squad. Come in, Officer Shantae. Shantae here, I read you. Space hooligans have escaped custody. They're wreaking havoc all over Sequent Land. We need you to locate and apprehend every last one of them. You are hereby authorized to jump and shoot pellets. I'm on the case, officer out. Gosh, this is perfect. With my new space officer outfit, I'll be able to bring more evildoers to justice than ever before. I better get going. The citizens of Sequent Land need me. Alright, so I guess in this little scenario, Shantae has an officer outfit, and now using that to bring about justice. I'll have those space hooligans clamped in irons before you can say weird crossover. I think too late for that. But first, I better debrief myself. Got my protocol handbook right here. Let's see what it has to say. Gosh, this is kind of long. Wish there was a way to just skip past all this. No matter, it reads, Rule 1, know your battle frame. The battle frame is another name for your cybernetic bod. Warning, it is not a toy, your cyber body is very powerful. However, your body does have some limitations. For example, your body cannot duck, crawl, or dance. Oh, what a shame. It's nature. Get used to it. Huh? I guess that means only running and jumping for me. Next, rule number 2. Know your pellet shooter. Fire pellets by pressing square. Like any firearm, you can power it up by collecting brightly colored gems. Don't get hit or you risk dropping gems. Sounds cool. Next up, rule number 3, know your siren helmet. The siren helmet is the ultimate in peacekeeping equipment. Pressing circle will reverse the position of every switch block in the vicinity. Use this ability to navigate your environment and solve puzzles. And finally, it says, rule number 4, no one gets left behind. That said, it's okay to leave it's okay to leave everyone behind. Your primary mission is to clear the stage. Once you secure an area, you can go back to apprehend any space hooligans you've missed. Gosh, I can't wait to nab my first scumbag. Yay, off I go. So, really it's standard Shantae game, just with a Mighty Switch Force theme. Okay, so yeah, for the most part, gameplay style wise, it's kind of similar to the Friends to the End DLC, where I mean, you just have like the 3 hearts, and then you power yourself up using gems. And of course, if you take damage, you do lose gems, which if you lose a lot, then you end up losing levels. The max level you can get here is 4. Alright, so of course I'm having to use the switch technique. Yeah, I'm having to switch blocks with the siren, which it's a little bit awkward because I'm having to always press circle all the time, but you get used to it. And actually also with it, you can use the blocks to defeat enemies as well. And if you're in the area when you switch blocks. Let's see, there's one. I'm gonna try to go for 100% on this if I can. You got Space Hooligan. You found a Space Hooligan. Try collecting a lot of them. You never know what might happen. Well, pretty much, it's just for completion's sake. It doesn't really mean too much, honestly. If only I can duck. Alright, almost at level 2. Oh, by the way, you can't swim either, so try not to get launched into the water. Alright, that's 3. Ah, of course. Can't get this starfish off of me. You know, I do like how the music is completely different compared to the previous games. Actually, I think it's the same as Mighty Switch Force. I'm not 100% sure on that. Again, I've never played it. But I think it is. Alright, just trying to get as many gems as I can here. I mean, I'm not really trying to speedrun through this again. I mean, I did it my first time. Which I believe I did it within about 46 minutes. I mean, for the most part, when I tried to speedrun through this game mode specifically, it wasn't too bad until I got to maybe like World 4. Alright, so I know this is the theme for Mighty Switch Force. No doubt about it. I mean, I've seen some of the trailers and a little bit of the gameplay. That's 2. Oh. Alright, at least I maxed out my shooter. Which now I can do a triple shot. Okay. Yes, let's save. Come in, HQ. I've arrived at a suspicious-looking area. There could be space hooligans nearby. Watch your back, officer. I'm tracking a bogey. Ew, gross. It's coming in fast. At sea level. I'll handle it. Ah, if it isn't them. You there, pull it over. Oh, great. What seems to be the problem, officer? Name and identification, please. Me, don't you know who I am? Age, weight, eye color. Not telling, and indeterminate. Do you have a permit for this giant slug contraption? I'm going to need to see both a vehicle registration and a pet license. One moment, officer. I have the paperwork. Tucked right in... Oh my gosh, what is that over there? What? Who? What? Where? Tinker Slug. License payment overdue. I gotta love these clever titles they give these bosses. Oh no. Well, that was a piece of cake. I mean, luckily I was maxed out, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. Now then, it's pretty apparent that you're no space hooligan, so this time I'll let you off with a warning. But next time, cooperate right away and save us all a big hassle. Can you do that? Thank you, officer. It won't happen again. It's kind of odd having risky cooperating. Headquarters, this is Officer Shantae reporting in. The area is secured. Roger that. Prepare to evacuate. Alright, world clear. Yep, let's save. Alright. Yeah, so, kind of similar to Friends to the End DLC, you just kind of jump from one world to the next. There's no, like, there's no, like, hub or anything like that to choose missions or choose worlds, so it just kind of progresses to the very end of the game. Which, you know, I'm kind of all in for that, actually. It's not too bad. What's this? More space hooligans on my scanner. I better hop too. Alright, let's do this. Trying to be careful not to fall into the water. Because unfortunately, I can't swim. Not sure what sense that makes, but we'll just go with it. Of course, at the same time, I'm trying to be careful not to hit myself with my own switches, or my own blocks. Because, well, besides the comedic effect from getting thrown onto the screen, the problem is you actually have to restart from the last checkpoint, which it kind of gets a little annoying if you're far into the stage to begin with, so yeah, just be aware of that. I mean, so the blocks it's kind of like a double-edged sword. That's kind of the way I see it anyway. Sometimes they can help you out defeat enemies, but sometimes they can get in your way at times. Ah. Alright. Puzzle is starting to get a little bit tricky at this point, but nothing too daunting. Alright, got 3 so far. Alright, just trying to find the best way to navigate through these blocks. Right, got all 5. Yeah, I mean, the locations of the space hooligans, I mean, sometimes they're a little bit easy to spot, and other times you kind of have to work for them. I mean, of course, that's one thing you kind of have to keep in mind when you're trying to do a 100% speed run. Alright, next area. And actually this one's going to be a little bit challenging. I mean, luckily I can still grab the rings. Alright, needed to cross over. Alright, so this is where it's gonna get a little bit challenging. I mean, I kind of wish I did have a flight ability. I mean, the problem is if I were to fall, I'm gonna have to be traveling back all the way up again. That way, so just try not to fall if you can. Alright, I'm trying to kind of remember this. I'm trying to do this from memory as to where the space hooligans are located. I don't have a guide or anything. Yeah, actually, I don't think there really is a guide from, well, at least the time of this recording. There's no guide I've seen on there. Actually, even for the most part, trying to figure out the times I needed for speedrunning, it was just pretty vague as well. I mean, I found a few FAQs as to a kind of a general idea as to the times I needed to complete them, but I mean, I wasn't sure if they were exact. Keep going up. I think I'm almost reaching to the end. Phew. Almost didn't make that jump. Right. Oh, of course, we had this sliding sequence. Well, I mean, the only tricky part here is just trying to collect all the space hooligans, because you only have one shot at doing all of this. I'll try to do the best I can, but if I have to restart, that's fine. Oh, okay, so much for that. Oh, well, I didn't see the barrel until the last second. Oh, come on. I would like to make it to the end in one piece if I can. Oh, God. Well, it's gonna be tricky. Well, made it to the end of the stage. Question is, can I actually do this with little health? Pardon me, good sir. Yeah? I'm on an assignment. If you could spare a moment, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, anything for an officer of the law. Space hooligans are on the loose, and I'm looking for clues as to their whereabouts. Been witness to any suspicious activity lately? Indeed, I have. You see, I run a counterfeit mermaid operation. Uh-huh. Perhaps you noticed my work on your way here. Yes, uh-huh. Anyway, I was doing some dumping earlier, disposing of my excess factory refuse into the sea. Go on. And this bratty genie girl walked up and smacked the gee willikers out of me and my giant mermaid abductee. Did you report this to anyone? This is kind of strange. I mean, so did this just happen, or is this after the fact? I don't know. Heavens no, the only witnesses were myself and my captive. After the incident, I went right back to dumping garbage in the water. Well, sir, I'm very sorry you had to go through that. Next time, just file a report, okay? After all, that's what we're here for. And thank you, officer. Back to counterfeiting those mackerel won't turn into fraudulent merms by themselves. Oh, did you say mackerel? Why, is there a problem? Mackerel out of season fish. Mister, you're coming with me. Oh, looks like the jig is up. Deal with the diversionary tactic while I escape. That's the giant mermaid. Somehow abducted again. Giga Mermaid, obstructor of justice. Alright, maxed out. A little bit worried because I don't have much health. Okay, well, that's a little bit. Oh, laser. Ugh. I mean, luckily the blocks can help block attacks, so that's kind of good. Trying to do the best I can to try to get to the other side, but she's not letting me. Well, good enough, I guess. I mean, I would admit it would be easier if I could, like, fly or jump high. I mean, it would be easier if I had my animal transformations, but this wouldn't be a Mighty Switch Force crossover then. Round 2. Unfortunately, I can't attack right now since I can't do the tri-shot since I don't have enough gems. It'd be much easier if I can attack. Alright, there you go. If only the pellet shooter damage was a little bit stronger. But unfortunately, each shot is just 3 points of damage. Oh no, not again. There you go. It took a little bit of time, but I managed to do it. Blah, you ruined everything. Keeping a fish that's out of season, even with a license, is against the law. I don't remember that being an actual law, but okay. I hope that guy learned his lesson. Headquarters, this is Officer Shantae reporting in. The area is secured. Roger that. Preparing to evacuate. Okay. Well, I'm guessing you're not going to address anything about the counterfeiting mermaid operation. I mean, I guess that's perfectly fine, but the mackerel, no. That's where it draws the line. Headquarters, this is Officer Shantae. I've tracked the space hooligans to Tasseltown. I'll need help locating their hideout. I want criminal records, historical documents, anything that links this place to the crime. Working. We've got limited information on Tasseltown. A magnetic storm wiped our data banks. However, there is one file still intact. It's centuries old. I can't seem to open it. Try double-clicking. Nope. Right-click and select the open option. Here we go. Oh, how fascinating. There are literally tens of thousands of criminal violations committed by a single individual. However, that person's name is classified, probably to protect their identity. After all this time, unclassify it. I want that name, pronto. You got it. The criminal's name is Holly Law-Breaking Space Hooligan Lingerbean. Oh boy. Did someone remember me? You must have. Memories bring me back to life, you know. Question. Where were you on the night of the last several centuries? At home. Studying. Really? If there are no further questions, I have important business to attend to. Okay. There's something suspicious about her statement. I'm going to follow. Right, back in Tasseltown. Well, I'm finding that first one wasn't too bad. Oh. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, just keep going. Ah, man. I really wish I could duck. Alright, got 3. Well, sometimes these jumps get a little bit tricky since you kind of have to jump and hit the siren at the same time to kind of make some gaps. Well, I think I'm almost reaching the end of this. All right. No, I gotta say, it makes it a little bit easier when I don't have to focus on speedrunning, since I usually get so careless and end up getting myself killed. Okay, this part is... well, this part I don't really like. I'm having to rush my way through this while switching blocks. And at the same time, I had to collect all the space hooligans, so... yeah, that makes it a lot better. Come on, make the jump. Got two. Oh, shoot. Darn. I knew that was gonna happen eventually. It just kind of sucks I had to go all the way back to the beginning of this section. Well, okay, at least I'm going a little bit faster than last time. Although, unfortunately, I can't outrun Wilbur here. I mean, it's all on rubber banding, so... I mean, like, the further I try to get away from them, it's just gonna end up... I mean, it's just gonna end up getting close to me anyway. Keep going, just a little bit more. Oh, God. Hey, that's the part I don't like, having to try to go to the right and quickly jump to the left side. Alright, try this one more time. Oh, but luckily I only had to get one more space hole again. Yeah, this part right here was a pain, trying to speed run through. I mean, I had to pretty much almost try to be perfect here. Almost there. Getting back to where I was. Oh, finally. Got through that. Oh man, sorry, that was a pain. I think that must have taken me like almost about a dozen attempts just to try to speed run through that one. Alright, trying to go through these blocks and avoid bottomless pits. That's kind of an interesting combination. I mean, for the most part, it's not too bad. Alright, doing good so far. Just trying to find the space hooligans. Oh wow, it's close. And there we are. Okay. Oh, good. Maxed out my gems and my hearts. I'll go with that. Officer. What a pleasant surprise. Well, Wilbur. I wouldn't come any closer if I were you. My sweet Wilbur doesn't take too kindly to trespassers. Ma'am, step away from the giant worm and place your hands on your head. No way. See you on the flip side, Sheriff. Wilbur. Interfering invertebrate. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, the eye pattern is not the same compared to the standard Shantae game. So strategies like before, trying to knock one of the molten rocks into the cannon and fire it at Wilbur here. I mean, unfortunately, there's no way to really speed this process up. I mean, if only there was a way to make the cannon shot more powerful. Whoa, okay. Alright, just rinse and repeat. Okay. Do your worst. Oh, well, okay. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Ah, no. Alright, I think one more should do it at this point. Yeah, okay. Rats, you got me. You should hurry up and arrest me now. Let's file a report on everything I've done. Make sure you copy it to your superiors. In fact, share it with everyone. Put my face on wanted posters and dispatch my foul deeds all over the world. No, you've got it all wrong. My job is to enforce the law. And the law says that once a criminal has paid his debt to society, he's free to go. Since your crimes occurred many life sentences ago, I see no reason to detain you. In fact, there, I've erased your entire record. No one will ever remember a thing you've done. You're free to go. What? It's done. Go and live your life as a contributing member of society. Wow, that's a more interesting way of writing her off. Hey, where did she go? Off to start her new life, I suppose. It's so rewarding when the system works. Headquarters? HQ here. The area is secured. Roger that. Prepare to evacuate. Okay. Let's save. Alright. Well, I think at this point I'm gonna probably call it. Kind of reaching kind of close to about an hour for recording time at this point. But yeah, I got a pretty good start, and about halfway done through this game, surprisingly. I mean, like I said, it's not that long, it's pretty short. So, yeah, I guess as of right now, that'd be it, and I should be able to pick up this game a little bit later, whenever I have the chance. Alright guys, this is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.